Ugh. Ugh.
That one thing's going through. Now, where's the thing I was looking at before? Huh. Really, Twitch, that's what you recommend? Huh. That's an idea. Still, where'd that one thing go? I thought there was a thing on here that was telling me whether or not I could discount gift subs or not. Oh. Why the hell would I do anything with Crunchyroll? Those people are thieves. Okay. We will start the ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom, need to. We're back after these messages, so stay tuned. Alright, I forgot to turn this on. Oh, there it goes. Ah, dang it. Oh well. Hello everyone, welcome to the Q-Den. I'm Jekus Q, the American Kangaroo, though still trapped in Durg form due to slight procrastination, but tonight we might alleviate that just a little bit. So I'm basically just wanting to chill tonight with all of you, if that's okay. It's been a bit of an odd weekend. Trying to get things done when I can't really do so. Hey, Deity Anubis. Hope you're doing well. I had to push so many things back constantly this week. Hey, Tom Wolf. Hope you're doing well. Tonight I just want to draw a sketch and just chat about whatever. Well, I'm glad that we were able to defeat Dragon Quest VII on Friday. Then I couldn't stream yesterday because my nieces and nephew were over, and good God, were they over. My sister needs to teach them how to clean up after themselves. I have never had to clean up so many sticky surfaces in my life. And I used to work in a movie theater, for goodness sakes. Oh, you got a Nintendo Switch too? Cool. I hope you have some fun with it. Hopefully it's got some good games on it for some fun times. I couldn't figure out what to play tonight, so I just figured, why not? Let's just do some sketching, let's just do some chatting, do some whatever. I just need to blow some steam off tonight. I don't really have a violent enough video game for that, honestly. Well, technically I do, but I just don't want to get it out just yet. I am tried PlayStation this weekend, but couldn't get into it. Felt jumpy or laggy, I don't know how to describe it. Just different. So got an Xbox Series X. Okay. I'm gonna buy Mario Kart World tomorrow. Hopefully you can find a good used copy or something. Because I can't imagine paying $80 for a console game. I'm just tired after this weekend. I had so much planned and then I just got screwed up. Aside from my nieces and nephew coming over, God, I had to clean up the bathroom last night at 2 in the morning because one of them left a dirty diaper on the floor. That was gross. Hey dude, doing pretty well. Let's see. Aside from that, I gotta mow the lawn tomorrow. I couldn't do it today because we jumped up to like 87 degrees today for some reason. I don't know why. And plus I spent part of the day cleaning up the house after the kids were gone. Oh my god. They spilled so much apple juice everywhere. I had to clean up so much sticky surfaces. And thank you, Tom Wolf, for the 7 streak. Glad to hear I'm doing better. Been relapsing the last few days, but I'm better. That's okay. Wow, 55 stream streak. Not bad. And thanks again for the support. I appreciate it. Let's see. I couldn't really find much to talk about in the news except, oh yeah. Recently, Glitch came out with their newest animated pilot recently. Game Overs. Interesting pilot so far, I gotta say. It's got potential. It's basically a video game universe where if a hero defeats their villain, their world for some reason just gets, like, exploded and dies. And so we're trying to figure out the mystery behind that. Got a PS3 free and tried to do some racing and some Fallout, but felt different than the Xbox. Like, I want to play it and enjoy it, but I'm having a hard time adjusting. So I got a copy of Skyrim so I can take it slow. That's a good idea. I haven't played Skyrim in years, honestly. After I was done with my first adventure through it, I was kind of just done with it. It was one of those games where just like I took my time with a few playthroughs, and then when I played Argonian, I'm just like, yeah, this is the fit for me. I can breathe underwater, and I don't get any diseases. I'm good with this. And I lived a good life in Skyrim for that. I completed both main story objectives, I stopped the war, I defeated the one dragon that was screwing up everything, and then I settled down with my Argonian husband. And it was a good time. I thought about doing extra side content, but I figured, I don't really care about that other stuff, so I'll just do whatever now.
Ugh.
But yeah, the Game Oververse pilot, I definitely liked it. I think my favorite character would have to be Gobbles the Lernosaurus. As ridiculous as his name is, watching him start off as this very timid creature who is just getting over their own world being destroyed from what we saw in the trailer, and him trying to be the uplifting force that keeps Kit going, it's just like, aw. He was just so adorable, and I feel like he's gonna, like, go a long way as he learns more. I think Kit's a good main character. Caboodle kinda gets on my nerves a little bit with his sass, but he is funny. I've done a stealth archer, a two-handed Nord warrior, a one-handed sword and board, one-handed axe viking, but never a mage. I think the build I went for in Skyrim last time was I was an Argonian two-handed mage, or two-handed swords with healing magic. I gotta tell you, one of the coolest kills I ever got was I was fighting a vampire, and it was just after they put in that critical hit update where it's like more cinematic when you do a critical hit. For some reason, like, first I kicked out his leg, he turned around, and then I used both my scissors to cut off a vampire's head. That was freaking cool. But in any case, the Game Overs, I definitely want to see more of that. I like how the villain kind of feels a bit childish to a degree. How there was that one part of the pilot where he's like, I've been looking for a planet to train our newest subordinate, Crab Girl, but you just ruined that. Now say you're sorry. Sorry, Crab Girl. That part just made me crack up so much. But it's always amazing to me how Glitch makes stories where there's slight gore in them, but it's not real gore to a degree, and it still feels a bit, like, unnerving when you see some of it. Because even though the characters are Data, they still go through some pretty horrific deaths. But yeah, I definitely recommend watching Game Overs. I think when it comes down to it, Glitch has some really good pilots coming out, but I'm really interested to see whether or not they can carry through with some of their pilots becoming actual series. because we got Knights of Guinevere. I think it was like last year, I think, and that was pretty cool. And it's got some pretty interesting implications, especially for the fact that the creator was originally the woman who made Owl House, and this is kind of like her twisted revenge against Disney, is making a show about a conglomerate that uses mascots to, like, do horrible things. And then let's see, we've got the end of the Amazing Digital Circus coming up, which is becoming a huge thing. And then let's see, another pilot, the Gaslight District. We haven't heard much about the Gaslight District for a while. I actually rewatched that recently, and I do think it's an interesting show. I don't really like the body horror too much in that, but I do like the humor. And I'm curious where that will go. I'm really interested in the fact that Game Over, the cast behind that was insane when you think about it, because they had the voice actors behind Vegeta and Piccolo in there, surprisingly enough. I'm just saying it, anyone who makes a connection to Disney and KOG makes me want to throw up, because it's been done to death. Well, yeah, people have talked about it before, and you can't really talk about Knights of Guinevere without talking about how she was kind of pissed about Disney screwing her over for the finale of Owl House. But I hope she does well. I really do. She has such good talent. See, aside from that, the only other indie animations that I've seen recently, again, were, what was that one Magical Girl indie animation that came out a while back? They just had an episode 2 animatic. Ah, you're okay, dude. What was that animatic called again? The one about the new Magical Girl animatic. It had like an episode 2 recently. Crap, what was it called? Oh, that's right. It was called Please, Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. That's the one. I recently rewatched the second animatic episode for that one. That was pretty funny. Oh, and I almost forgot to check this off. Thank you, Axel Yote, for the follow. You are follower 613. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Aside from that, there's really not much in the news I can talk about right now. But in any case, let's see. No, nothing really that much in gaming news right now. But for those who like watching other furry artists like myself, Kaigen got some new stuff out today. Actually, yesterday. They got some new comic book pages out for their Deer Trucker comic, which I absolutely adored. I love Kaigen's work. They are just... It's amazing how he's got a really good toon look to his stuff. And you can tell that there's always so much heart in his art. One sec, let me see if I can find some real quick. Kaigen. Let's see. Get the window capture.
You know who else has a whole lot of heart in their art? Cardiologists.
Hey, Octarix, hope you're doing well. Yeah, so here's something Kaigen did recently. A self-portrait of himself. Who spiked my pie? I love his style. It's just so adorable. Now let me get the window resized real quick. Why does it not want to resize properly? It's gotta redo this every time. There we go. I love Kaigen's work. Let me think. Who else was on here that has really good work? Oh yeah, Iwano has been posting some new stuff recently. I gotta see if I can find some safer work stuff that he's done. Oh yeah, that's right. Kaigen's new comic came out recently. He got 2 more pages added to it. And he has a new vote up on his Patreon for what happens to the deer trucker. Let's see. Let's see. Apparently Iwano's been experimenting with, like, night stories for a bit. Let's see. Does he have anything that's safe for work right now? Trying to see if I can find something that's really cute that he's done that's a bit safe for work. Let's see. This is cute. The Dragon Lord from Dragon Quest I. I love Iwano's work. In short, feel cursing is being too normalized and that there's not a lot of indie animation made for kids. Love his work. Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to make indie animation for kids these days, because... I mean, technically, some of the stuff that some indie animators can do can be watched by kids, but they still have to follow the guidelines for, like, censorship and everything. And Glitch has a really good way of, like, being able to go around that in some ways. But then... Yeah, I think the last time I saw some really good indie animation would be, like, when Cartoon Network was trying to sponsor that kind of thing. But that kind of went down the hole, sadly. After Cartoon Network kept on getting gutted. And it was sad, too. They had some really good pilots. For, like, really good kids shows. Ooh, that's how Infinity Train got discovered. Let's see, who else has been doing good art lately that I can show on here? Yeah, Balbert's been doing some really good art. Though I don't know if I can actually show some of his stuff. Not really. Even the stuff that's covered up is still kind of out there. I was even wondering if I could draw something like that on stream, but I don't know. I actually tried asking him a question about it, but he hasn't gotten back to me, so oh well. Aside from that, just kinda going with the flow. And as far as drawing today, I was thinking I could finish up... I was thinking either doing some sketching or... I could probably... Let's see... Could probably finish up the behemoth picture that we were doing before. Let's see. I don't know what the applause is for, but thank you. Let's see. I probably want to finish up Gulliver's picture from the last time we were doing that, and I guess after that we can just sketch whatever. And I appreciate it, dude. Okay, let's see. Open... Art adventure. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, we have Gulliver in his new form. That was a funny little conclusion. Then I gotta come up with episode 3. Okay then. Oh, almost forgot. And since I haven't really done any news or anything like that, I will be opening the general voice chat if anybody wants to join in. Come have a chat with me. Hey, Acterix.
Seems like someone made the mistake of eating the cupcake that reads "Eat me."
Actually, what happened was, Chat decided to choose his chore of trying to take stock and, like, try to sort out the potions in the back room, and one of them, and he tripped on a sheet and accidentally flung them on top of himself, and they were behemoth potions.
Ugh.
Goodness.
Hey, Sir Squanch. Hope you're doing well. And just remember, everybody, if you want to join in on general chat, be my guest. Just remember to keep things friendly. Yawning so much.
Keep things friendly, no swearing. I don't want my pocket kobold hearing those words. I don't want them to learn.
It's been a long weekend. Okay, let's see. Let us try to finish up Gulliver's predicament. And then I'll probably make some sketches.
I forgot I was working a morning shift, and I didn't realize it until 1 in the morning in the middle of a VR chat session.
I need to have a VR stream at some point again.
At that moment I went, oh God, I gotta go. Right now.
Doing good here, getting ready to wind down for the night. Oh, that's good, Sir Squanch. Hopefully have a good, restful evening. Actually, I should fix that tooth in the bottom right.
I want to see a doc. I want to see a dentist about that.
There we go.
Oop.
Wish I could join and chat with you, but I don't have enough privacy for it. There's always next time, though. That's okay, dude.
Yeah, you can always come in and leave yourself muted. Unless it's like no headphones or anything.
Thanks, I appreciate just watching's enough to soothe me after a long day battling with my mental health. I hope you can get some good rest then. Let's see. Probably put that behind the ear instead of in front of that. There we go, make the eyes a little more prominent. Every day promises to be or lead me into a day or future that's better than how I was initially feeling in the past. That's a good way. That's a good way to look at things. Okay, let's see. Go away, Norton Security. Nobody cares about you. Okay. Okay, I'd say that's a fun looking surprise on his face.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Some teeth in there. Next we need to do the surrounding building. I should probably make that a separate layer just in case. Just a reminder, a behemoth is pretty much a giant, scaly dragon, to put it in simple terms, right? Yeah. I'll go I'm kind of going based on, like, half of Gulliver, half of the behemoth. Let me find a good example real quick.
Ugh.
Excuse me. There we go. Something like the 10.
Ugh.
What the?
There's a lot of different variations of behemoths over Final Fantasy over the time of the years. I like the more lion-looking ones. Let's see, I believe that one's from 15. Can't remember what that one's from. Behemoths are usually just like a combination of both scaly and furry, and mostly horns in like interesting ways. Oh yeah, this one was from, I think, 9, if I remember correctly. The King Behemoth. Let's see. Oh, one sec. Gotta move this over. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is actually the first one I ever saw of Behemoth. This is from Final Fantasy VI.
Whoa.
Yeah, these things were tough to kill in the original Final Fantasy VI. And they've had their other variations over the years. The one from 13 is probably my least favorite. It's like a weird saw blade thing. So yeah, that's one of the things I think is pretty cool. Okay, back to art. There we go. So how have you been doing, Arcteryx?
Doing well. Doing well. I'm gonna go get ice cream.
Okie doke. God, I wish I had some ice cream today. That sounded so good today.
Treating myself right tonight. Got me a cotton candy popsicle.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time I tried cotton candy, anything flavored, was like, I think there was a Coca-Cola cotton candy for a bit.
Yeah, they have them at, but they have that at, my, Ollie's nearby. And also, Dr. Pepper flavored cotton candy.
The webbing between might be a bit too much. A little too much to manage. I'll just go with the horns throughout. So the lines don't keep bothering me. There we go. We can at least try to make it look like his toes and everything and his legs are trying to pop out the sides. Might be too intertwined to make it two separate layers now. I better do the corrections then. Get rid of that. And I'll just erase the edges. I'll have to make it one image anyway.
Oh.
Excuse me. Probably save those lines for when I actually do the coloring. Okay, let's see. For the extra backgrounds over here.
Oop, this is...
that away for now. Combine these two. Okay. Draw some random boards.
Guess what?
What?
Bonk.
Ah, you goof.
That streamer got hit in the head with a coconut.
Okay, save for now. Okay.
Pencil sketch me like some of your French himbos.
Well, if you want one.
I'm saving up my points.
Okay. And just
Probably
anybody
gonna
else
be a
in the
little
chat.
while.
And just anybody else in the chat, if you have the points, I put in a new redeem. 100,000 points will get you a pencil sketch from me of your character of choice.
Alternatively, a 10-piece meal from McDonald's.
Let's see, and here's the example to show. Although I have to do a better one later, because this one was from like years ago. But it gives you an idea of like, to a degree. Tiro Flame, welcome in. Why would you fart in my general direction? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, if any of you have 100,000 points, you can get a pencil sketch from me. You can either save up the points, or sometimes you're lucky enough. I was thinking about doing like a bit redeem, just in case. But I wasn't sure how much to charge for a bit redeem, then, for a pencil sketch.
You call that a fart tier?
Excuse me. Anyway, we have a 3-minute ad break coming up, so 3 minutes, everybody. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom, need to. I'll rack out these messages, so stay tuned.
Or be a rebel and don't. Bum 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 bum.
We should change up the music. Let's see what else there is. How do I feel today? I feel squishy.
How do I feel like a 2006 Honda Civic.
I don't know how that feels. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. I don't know what that was, but okay.
Fall from my chair. Ugh. Ah!
That was the most delayed reaction I've ever heard in my life.
My brain's running on dial-up speeds.
Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch, Sir Squanch. Ugh. Yeah, I was thinking after I get this one done, I have some ideas for what episode 3 could be for Gulliver.
Episode 3. Gulliver gets sent to Guantanamo Bay.
No. You are way too extreme in your ideas.
Not gonna lie, I was more so referencing the comedy movie that I've heard of.
Yeah, I know.
Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo. And yeah, I know I'm extreme. It's my style of humor.
I know.
You know who else has extreme humor?
I have an idea.
My mom!
My nieces and nephew were just watching that yesterday.
It's been a long while since I've probably seen anything Cartoon Network.
What the? Why does it keep doing that?
Last time I've probably seen it, Mad was still airing.
Not good. How far back do I have to go for this? Okay, not too far. Thank goodness, okay. I was about to say I hate when I accidentally draw on the wrong layer.
Oh.
Oh. I saw a game trailer today. I gotta say,
What game?
it's called Project Rabbit right now. There's no official title for it. Basically, think Dark Souls and Bloodborne meet Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
And no, I'm not talking about American McGee's Alice. Apparently, somebody's taking the idea of Alice in Wonderland and somehow mixing it with a slight Japanese setting. It's very strange. There's a trailer for it out right now, but it's so out there in terms of, like, things that are being turned into, like, Soulsborne game ideas these days. It's like, we already have the Pinocchio one, and it's just, now we're getting an Alice in Wonderland one.
Oh, new Alice in Wonderland. Oh, it's a Soulsborne. Never mind.
Oh.
Probably gonna stand alone when I say this. I'm really not into Soulsborne games.
Yeah, I'm not really into them myself, but I figured I'd at least try one for the channel at some point.
Oh, I just had a funny thought.
What?
Episode 3, Gulliver finds the Krabby Patty vault.
No.
I'm just joking.
I know.
But why do you say no?
To reassure myself.
What's gonna happen? Am I gonna blow up? No, it's gonna go straight to your thighs. And then you'll blow up.
Mm.
His next job, working at the DMV.
I think the next one, I think I'm gonna have it so that he's looking for a dungeon partner after he gets this whole behemoth thing sorted out. So chat might be able to choose who the dungeon partner is gonna be. And I'll see what I can come up with later. I hate it when these little crevices appear whenever I try to do coloring.
I remember my first McDonald's, but I remember when McDonald's had the old aesthetic.
Yeah, I kind of miss the old aesthetic. It looks so drab now.
It looks corporate.
I mean, I know that they were trying to appeal to adults, but it just looks
It
so
lost
lifeless now.
It lost its personality.
You wanna know what's really depressing? Looking at what Nickelodeon Studios looks like now.
Yep.
God, that was depressing when I first saw those pictures where I looked at the corporate office. I'm like, no, they couldn't have done that. That's just horrible. It used to look so wacky and zany. The office it looked like you wanted to work there. Now it just looks so corporate. So sad. We've lost our whimsy.
We've lost our childhood ways. So we could always go to Google Maps and go to past images or whatever, and look back at the glory days.
I remember one time a couple weeks ago, I was looking at my, I used to have a mall in my town, but it got taken down after, like, the 2000s, because the internet pretty much took business from everything at that point.
Yep.
And as I was looking over the pictures, I'm just like, oh my god, this was such a cool mall to have, and the fact that they preserved it online at least is at least comforting to a degree. Because one of the coolest things about it was that it had this gigantic dome in the center of it, and there was this kind of like this pool area in the center where there'd be water shows. There's a big carousel next to it.
Ooh,
It was
that
so
sounds cool.
It was so cool back in the day. And my sisters and I, we would run up and down the stairs and like almost stop right in front of the little pool area because it didn't really like have a fence or anything. It was only like a foot deep. You rarely ever saw kids like go in there, but like you weren't supposed to go in there. And sometimes they would have concerts on that thing too.
Neat.
I miss small days.
Yep.
I think I should
I
do
miss
his.
malls in general.
I should do his horns a different color.
Yeah. Mm.
There we go.
You know you were in for a good one when you were sitting in like elementary or middle school class and they roll in the big TV into the room. Oh yeah, we're watching The Lion King.
Yeah, movie days were some of the best.
The last days of elementary school when instead of doing work, everyone just sat around and played on like board games and stuff.
I think one of the most creative things one of my teachers ever came up with was she asked us all to bring in a teddy bear so they could have a party. And what happened was you left your teddy bear in the classroom overnight, and after the weekend was over, you came back and the classroom was trashed. And all the teddy bears were scattered all over the place. There was like ripped paper everywhere, candy wrappers and like food wrappers just all over the place, and like discarded party cups all over. And the teacher's like, "Okay, then students, time to clean up after the teddy bears." They had quite the party. It was
wow.
And the thing was, we all had to take pictures on where our teddy bears were when they were done partying. It was so funny. I think mine was like on top of like a shelf high up where I couldn't reach it or something.
Oh my goodness.
And
I remember
I'm just like, how did you get up there?
I remember back in kindergarten, this was like my newer kindergarten class after we moved.
Hey.
I think on one of our last days or whatever, we were like laying around in the classroom, like blankets and pillows and stuff, and we were watching classic Scooby-Doo episodes.
Cool.
Okay, gang, let's split up. Shaggy and Scooby, you go check the basement. Velma, Daphne, and I will check the bedroom.
Oh.
Oh my god, okay. Middle school field trips were the best. Middle school itself was hell, but the field trips were the best.
I can barely remember half of my field trips.
Okay, because here's the thing, like once or twice a year during the spring, we wouldn't have like ordinary field trips. No, we would have all day or even overnight field trips.
I think we did have at least a half a day field trip once at at my school. It was in middle school and or was it high school? I can't remember which, but like we actually got to go to the local theater, and they did a production of Romeo and Juliet for us.
Oh yeah, I think we saw Romeo and Juliet in theaters once.
Huh. Oh, I remember one of the cooler ones we did once was in elementary school. We got taken to the local theater once, and they did the Jungle Book, the stage play version. Surprisingly very drastic from the Disney movie.
I see.
But it had pretty good production value for it.
I think the first of the big field trips we went to Dallas, Texas, which is like, how far away? Let's see. It's like about a 3-hour drive. It was a long ways away. We got to I think we went to the Dallas Zoo, then we went Well, first we went to medieval times. It was like a live medieval performance thing.
Oh, cool.
You got to see knights jousting, knights fighting. I remember specifically, I bought like a souvenir flag, like red and yellow, and where I was sitting, it was where the red and yellow knight guys are, and we ended up like winning the tournament.
Cool.
Yep. Then we. Oh yeah, I remember. We didn't go to the zoo. We went to the mall there. Walked around and bought stuff. And then we went home. And then we went on a long trip home. And then that same year, I went on another charter trip back to Dallas. This time it was an all-day trip to Six Flags over Texas.
I think the only amusement park we went to for me, I think it was our middle school final year in 8th grade, and you had to get a permission slip to go because it was like an all-day thing at Cedar Point.
Ooh,
And
Cedar Point.
worst choice I could have made, absolutely worst choice I could have made for going to a theme park the entire day. I
Yeah?
went on a water ride park like halfway through the day. Worst choice I ever made.
Ooh.
Because then I forgot that I didn't really bring a change of clothes or anything, so I was basically walking around in a theme park on a very hot day with wet clothes
Oh.
and no towel.
Oh.
So I tried
Ooh.
using some of my money to see if I could get a towel, but they were so freaking expensive. So I got
Yeah,
myself like a tiny fan to see if I could dry myself off that way. And I spent half the day just trying to dry off at that point. It's like I went on a couple of good rides, like a couple of the water rides, a couple of the smaller rides.
We've been to quite a few theme parks throughout my life. I know we've been to Six Flags over Texas. We've been to another Six Flags one. I don't remember the name, but I know we've been on it because I do have memories. We've been to a theme park up in Michigan. Let's see. Was it? I think it was Michigan's Adventure? Yes, it was Michigan's Adventure. That was when I went with my brother, dad, and two of my cousins. And we've also been to Universal Orlando. And we've been to Disney World.
We went to Disney World once.
It was the best. It was the best, especially when I went there when I was like 9 years old
I think I was. Let me
or
think.
8.
How old was I? I think it was between 8 and 10 years old, and we were there for, I think it was like a week, and we had like a 2-day pass thing there. And I remember one of the first things that like comes to mind was I remember loving riding the teacups for the circular thing, and then
Yeah.
I think it was the first time I ever went to a 3D movie at one point, and it wasn't really like a movie per se. It was just like a series of like images in nature, but with like 3D glasses.
Oh my God! You just reminded me. I forgot one more that we've been to. SeaWorld.
Ah,
Part of me wants to go back to SeaWorld to see what it's like, but another part of me is worried that it's essentially a husk of what it used to be.
I imagine it's more of a husk of what it used to be these days, because I hear nothing but horror stories about how SeaWorld is now. It's something.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah, because it's kind of been like sad ever since, like, I think one of the whales, like, I think there was an accident with like a whale and a trainer or something at one point. I can't remember.
Ooh. That's the volcano. But yeah, I know we've been there. That was like many years ago. And I know we've been to. When I was really young, we used to go to Busch Gardens over in Virginia.
Hmm.
Because we lived in Virginia for a few years while my dad was stationed at Langley Air Force Base. What is that? And we've been to quite a few water parks too. Schlitterbahn, Water Country USA, Michigan's Adventure again, because it also has a water park. Six Flags. Was it Typhoon Lagoon? No, it wasn't Typhoon Lagoon. It was. Hurricane Harbor, Arlington. I remember because that was the one with the UFO ride. Yes, it was.
Let's see. Blue
I-
eye right,
oh.
green left. Okay.
And I think for my 7th grade charter trip, this was the first of the two all-nighter trips, or overnight trips. We went to New Orleans. I think we went to the aquarium. We got to see the cemeteries. We went to a proper Mardi Gras parade. And yeah, it was like me and 3 other guys that I knew to a room. This felt awkward. Felt awkward because it was an awkward phase for me, but I thought, ugh, gay, ew. Meanwhile, now I'm just like, big boys. It's kind of funny how, like, my past self would cringe at my present self.
Yeah, mine would be too.
You?
The
You're
90s.
Like, what?
The 90s were.
Yeah.
The 90s were all about like bashing gay people for the longest time, especially in media. That's how we came up with. That's how back then they came up with the whole "that's so gay" thing for a while. Thankfully, nobody really does that anymore.
And little kids online still do it.
Yeah, that's true. God, I remember one time I was on my way to work over at Marco's Pizza when I used to work there years ago, and a bunch of little kids were just like cursing and swearing at each other outside of an ice cream parlor. And I was just walking by and they were all like flipping me off like, yeah, you can't do anything. I'm just like, so I just flipped them back off and they're like, you can't do that.
The hell I can.
It's like,
We equal.
It's like, I don't give a fuck, you little bastards. And they were acting like I couldn't do anything to them like that because they were kids or something. It's like, you flip me off, I'll flip you off. I don't care if you're a kid.
Oh, I could tell you were all born from your mother's asshole. If you really wanted to get at them, you could say, your birth certificate was actually an apology letter from the Trojan factory.
That'd be horrible.
It's horrible, but they got what's coming. That's so gay. I know. Now kiss me.
Actually, I should probably just try to put some grass in there.
Oh yeah, and in the morning after, we went to a cafe and ate beignets and drank coffee. I think we drank coffee? I don't know. Then we went to the New Orleans aquarium. I don't remember what we did after that, though. And then in 8th grade, we went to Houston. That was another overnight trip. I think one of the things we did there was go to the... It's not Arlington. What's that? God, I know the town. I've been there and I can't remember the name. It's near Houston. Stop thinking Arlington. Stop. What was it? Galveston! That's where we went to. Galveston.
Yeah, what's that like?
It's pretty. I like it. It sits on its own little island.
That's cool.
Galveston Island.
I remember my grandmother, she always wanted our trips to be educational at the same time. So, she took us to the Kentucky Horse Derby once.
Let's see. Was it here? No, it wasn't. Okay, no, it wasn't there. Piss. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different. I know we went to a theme park, like a theme park along the shoreline. It was not the Historic Pleasure Pier. I know that for sure. Maybe it was in Houston. Let's see. This ain't a Motel 6. But we'll keep the light on for you. Let's see. It wasn't there. Oh, there's a solar park at Galveston. Neat.
Okay, I think this is turning out pretty good so far.
Let's see, was it this one? Oh my god, I found it! Kemah Boardwalk, I believe was the name of it. Yeah. God. So beautiful. It's not necessarily a theme park, but during my spring semester, senior year in high school, my dad took me to the Grand Canyon.
That's cool.
It I believe it was like late winter, early spring, so it was relatively cold over there. And I can tell you right now, I have a much higher preference for a cold desert over a hot desert.
Hmm.
Because you could just stand out in the sun and keep yourself warm. And there was still pockets of snow around there too. Hmm. Where did we stay? Grand Canyon. I know it wasn't Grand Canyon Village. Flagstaff, that's where he stayed. That was near a big ass mountain. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Like, we were right by a gigantic mountain off in the distance. And I remember we were coming in one night, and my dad was like, "Oh, that's a big cloud over there." I was like, "That? Oh, that's not a cloud. That's a mountain." Hmm. Defeat enemies that gain EXP and beat the bosses in Microsim RPG. Or in Gulliver's case, macro RPG.
Hmm.
I wanna get off the ride!
Oh. Andy! Thank you very much for the raid.
This is a
And to celebrate, we dance.
Celebrate the dance floor. Raid.
And welcome in once again, Raiders. I'm DekusQ, the American Kangaroo, though most of you probably know me from Andy's streams too. Excuse me. And so I imagine you finally got the ending of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. From using all of my emotes. Oh, congratulations, Andy. You caught us in the middle of drawing up Gulliver suffering the effects of the behemoth potions. And we're almost done. So I gotta make it look a little lighter. Hopefully you're doing well now after all that's done. And if you need to do some post-stream care for yourself, I love the game series to pieces, but hopefully the next Digimon game will be just as fun and entertaining. Hope it is for you too. And now that you're done with that one, since you played Cyber Sleuth, I may just do Hacker's Memory myself sometime, so that we can see what happened on the other side of the story.
The one thing I remember from the Digimon streams, big dragon men.
Okay, if I remember correctly, best way to do light in this case would be, let's see, type of filter. Then we erase as we go. That's too much. Best way would probably be to do this. It's always hard to convey light if you don't have a good sky shot. Hey, King Julian. Oh, you can? Sorry. The microphone is pretty close to it. I myself am thinking mostly Time Stranger if any PNG gets done, or I go back to older games and do maybe one of them. Now, just make sure you give me a timetable on Time Stranger. I technically have the outline done for your thing, I just need to actually get the line art and everything in for it.
I have a lot more games in my backlog now, thanks to a bundle I got from Fanatical.
So as you can see, we're almost done with Gulliver's Behemoth transformation. Okay, I think we've got a pretty good space for how light it is outside. Oh, dang it. There we go. That conveys light pretty well. Kind of like a midday sun shining over him. Yeah, kind of so. That's kind of where I got the inspiration for it. And put little effects on there. Hey, Furry Cures. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Furry Cures.
Ah, thank you for the hydrate.
Hey, sisters.
Ugh.
There we go. Go away, Norton Security. Nobody cares about you. Remember that guy, Utterly Noah, I mentioned a few times? Yeah, you've mentioned him quite a lot. I know. You vented a few times about him on the server. Okay, then. I think we're just about done.
Oh. Furry. You've mentioned this already.
Just remember, Furry Cares, we try to be a chill channel for the most part.
It's best to discourage oneself from trauma dumping.
Okay, there we go. Okay, what does everybody think?
Looks cute.
I need the belly a tiny bit more shiny real quick. There we go. I have just a few more shiny spots on there. There we go.
It's funny. In 12 days, the new Backrooms game is set to, not Backrooms game, Backrooms movie is set to release in theaters.
It looks interesting, I'll give it that. It's kind of like a modern found footage of Blair Witch in a way. Except more mind-bendy.
Yep. I know for sure that I'm gonna see it when it comes out.
Okay, let's give this a few more onomatopoeias.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice art piece on Blue Sky. I should say, oh, it's WebP. God damn it.
There we go. Captures all the emotions we need. Oh wait. One last thing. Give him just a little bit of blush.
Yep.
Maybe a little blush in his ears too.
Lushy lushy.
There we go. Okay, I think we've got his transformation done quite well. Are you going to be working on more Gulliver's Adventures tonight, or are you just finishing this piece? I'm just going to be finishing this piece tonight. I need to establish more stuff to do in episode 3. Okay, let me save this. There we go, and I'll make sure to post that in the Discord later. On my Blue Sky, my other thing. I think we did pretty good for episode 2. Okay, then. Okay, so we have his transformation, and we also introduced his teacher from before. Professor Shigenori. And yes, I know, we kind of made him a slightly more magical, psychotic Mr. Krabs kind of character in a way. Where he knows that Gulliver is accident-prone, and now he sees him like this, and he's like, oh, better charge the Adventurers Guild for all this damage he did to my store. Such a timid, shy guy starts out first, gets inflated and transformed within the first week of being in the big city. Adorable. Okay. As far as rest of the time goes, we got another ad break coming up. Both the Professor and Gulliver have a heterochromia with one green eye. Yeah, that was kind of something to come up with the channel. It was suggested twice. I can't remember who suggested it twice, though. but it became a fun idea. Okay, now that we've got that done, we're gonna put in another ad break, and when we come back, I think I'll just do some fun sketching for a bit. Okay, so 3 minutes, everybody. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom when you need to. We'll be right back with these messages, so stay tuned. Ah, Big Bad Archimedes, welcome in. Been a while. We're actually just going on break, unless you see me. Let's see, what else is good for music? Ah, the mood is bouncy. Hey, Pillow Mimic. Hope you're doing well.
Oh.
I forgot to take these earlier. I have been cleansed from the crud of today's work. Good for you, Andy.
Funny stream idea. Take some ZQL and see how long you can stream before you pass out.
I don't even know where to begin with that. I gotta dust off my desk at some point soon.
Ugh, my desk is in need of cleaning.
Well, I gotta clean out my keyboard again at some point. I gotta get a piece of paper and a Q-tip and like go through it again. It's like as much as I try not to be too messy, whenever I eat around my computer stuff, it's like I still get crumbs everywhere sometimes. As much as I don't want to. Okay, we're back. And just so that everybody remembers, if you're a part of my server, you are more than welcome to join the general chat and voice chat with me on stream while I'm doing some art stuff. Okay. And for now, I'm just gonna do just a fun sketch for a minute. Let's see. And here, Archimedes, I hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for coming in, Pillow Mimic. Let's see, what I want to do again. Oh yeah, some people actually liked this one himbo version I did of myself earlier. I wanted to try something similar to it. But I must remember TOS. For an extra hard challenge, listen to soothing music while you take it. Really, King Julian? You could try doing art streams on Picario. I think they're a bit more lax towards mature content. I know. I was thinking about trying that sometime. Let's see, I saw this one picture I wanted to try doing my own version to earlier. It's like after a full meal. Just me resting my gut on a table. Give myself like a tavern look. I need to make the angle a little better. Oh, wrong thing. Just trying to go for the eraser.
Mm. Mm.
What inspired the creation of your ruse, Sona? How did you come up with the sparkly tail idea? It's actually kind of an accident with the sparkly tail idea. Let's see. Well, originally I started off as a lion in the fandom, and then I kind of went towards rabbit for a while. And then kangaroo was kind of an accident. It kind of unfolded in a weird way. One of my friends, Brandy Derg, showed me this French cartoon. It's one of the strangest ever. But it came out during the time when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was so popular. Everybody had to have their own like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of thing. And in France, apparently, there was one where it was about 5 teenage kangaroos who would play basketball with humans. It's one of the more bizarre plots I've ever seen for a cartoon, but it kind of accidentally inspired me to make a Rusona. Because I really love the character designs for it, and I just loved the idea of it. Yeah, it was very out there for a show. There is no English subtitles or caption for it. But you can actually find it on YouTube, surprisingly. How did the tail come around, though? Is it a lore thing, or is just something for fun? Okay, so the sparkly tail thing actually kind of became an accident that kind of just became part of the lore. Let me show you. Let's see. So originally the sparkly tail came from this emote because I wanted to show, like, something sparkling around, going around. Oh, hey, thank you very much for the follow. X-Men MiG-8. Thank you very much for coming in. So yeah, the sparkly tail thing kind of came from this emote originally, where it was just a way for me to... X-Men MiG. Okay, so just MiG. Okie dokie, Mig. Thank you very much for coming in. I am currently doing some art after we just got done with finishing up some other art. This was just a funny one for me to do for my own, for my Rusona. So anyway, the sparkly tail, I wanted to show, like, me going in circles like this for the roll animation, but then one of my friends said, "Does your tail sparkle automatically?" I'm just like, you know what, why not? So ever since then, I've just kind of made sparkles kind of my thing. I also did it for, let's see. This one... I did it for this one because I wanted to show, like, the tail actually going in a circle kind of thing. I like the idea of, like, the sparkle trail. And then, let's see. And then I also did it for this one. So it started off as a cute idea, and it's just like, you know what, why not? Let's make it glow blue. Yeah, it's kind of just having... It's just a happy accident that kind of just became a part of things. Yeah, but that's just who I am sometimes deep down. I just like to be happy and round. And a little silly. In my own little way. What was that? Oh, the spring event expired. Okay. Well, I guess that was the end of that one. Now it's just back to the regular RPG one. So I think it's cool that they were able to come up with that for the thing. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Got the big mug over here. I don't know why I want to do tavern fantasy theme tonight, but it just felt fun. Especially since we were working on Gulliver's thing. I guess if anything, I could probably say that this is like a good pencil sketch example for if you get enough points for it. Have a good night, Meg. And thanks for stopping in. I hope to earn your viewership more in the future. Let's see.
Nothing like a delicious late night bowl of SpaghettiOs.
Oh, nice. I guess if anything, this serves as a good thing for what I'm doing for pencil sketches, if you guys redeem that. Nothing too fancy, but I do at least like to give it a little bit of quality. I'd say that's good. Okay, let's see. I'll put that under... Pencil, sketch, redeem. There we go. Yeah, not really a sketch, but it's at least done in like the pencil format and like pretty sketched out. So what do y'all think? This is a good example for what you can get if you do a pencil or sketch redeem.
That's cute.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, King Julian. And thank you, Ashton. Okay, let's see. Well, I don't really have much else to do, so I think I'm probably going to call it here for the night.
Okay.
And thanks for joining me out, Terrix. I appreciate it.
Well,
Ugh.
And so, tonight we got done a pencil sketch. Let's see. And Gulliver's transformation to Behemoth. How will he get out of this one? Will it ever be solved?
Find out next time.
On episode 3 of Gulliver's Adventures. I'll be sure to try to get this out next week or so. I'll come up with something. Okay. do. And let's see who is on for the night. Who could use a raid?
Joe.
Let's see.
I think Joe.
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama.
Let's see who's on.
Oldest trick in the book.
Let's see. Let's see. Carl's on. Pray and Purge. Let's see. Dang it! I would raid Alligator, but he's playing Pragmata. I don't want to watch that yet. Let's see. Tenki's on. He's playing Final Fantasy 16, surprisingly. Let's see. Doppels is playing Fallout 2. What's Fenrir Wolfen's special event? Looks like they're playing some sort of a game together with all of his friends. Why not? Let's watch the fun. Okay. Raid. Fenrir Wolfen. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful evening. Thank you, Arterix, for joining me. And thank you to X-Men Mig 8 for following. Hope to earn your viewership in the future. And thank you for being follower 614. The channel only gets bigger and wider with all of you with me. Okay. And also thank you, Axel Yote, for following 2 days ago. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so hope y'all have a great week ahead of you. I might do a middle of the week stream, I'm not sure, to make up for Saturday's loss. We'll see what happens. But I really do have to catch up with my commissions and everything, so I will see y'all later. And as far as Pictario goes, I might try to do something on there one day. I'd have to set up things myself and see how it goes, so I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Be great, be good, be round, be happy, be healthy, and all that good stuff. Love y'all. Raid out.